exciting. These intelligent birds know how to snatch an easy feed and always fly with unfailing precision. Fletcher is a raptor, categorized by keen vision, sharp beak and powerful talons. These birds can survive some of the harshest landscapes Australia has to offer. But as we go from aerial to aquatic, we'll open up a whole new world of hunting, where some birds can swim as fast and dive as deep as the fish. And that's how cormorants like these two catch their aquatic meal. Now, as you can see, they're perfectly designed for life under the water, as they do lack that water-resistant coating in their feathers that most other birds do have. Now, this allows them to swim faster and to dive to greater depths in pursuit of their prey. But while this is perfect for life under the water, a bird can't fly the skies with wet feathers, which is why you'll see cormorants lining the riverbanks with their wings outstretched, just as if they're hanging themselves out to dry. Now, our cormorants here, they do their best hunting when they are diving beneath the water. But we do have another, and he does prefer to wade across the water in pursuit of his prey. And I'd love to introduce Douglas, our Jabiru. And that there was G'day Jabiru. Now he will use those long, beautiful wings and the chattering of his feet to communicate, as he doesn't have a voice box. And as you can see, he's an expert fisherman. He'll use those long, slender legs, sharp beak and precision to catch his prey, such as fish, crustaceans, eels and even baby crocodiles. Now they do rely heavily on our waterways, so we do need to make sure we're doing our part to keep our waterways clean and clean for the survival of stocks for generations to come. But you are now a very lucky audience, as you are about to be joined by one of the most interactive birds we have here in the Crocoseum. And they are very excited, and I would love to introduce Nat to take it away.
Thanks, Jenna. G'day everybody, this is my mate Tallow, and Tallow is a very beautiful yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Now, not only has Tallow been trained to fly from point to point, but she's also been trained to fly from person to person. And to demonstrate that for you all, we're going to need the help of an adult volunteer from our audience. So, who here wants to meet Tallow face to face? There are some hands up over here, but I thought I heard some cheering over this side. If I choose the gentleman there with the long light blue shirt with the hat on, that's you. If you could stand up for me. Now what I need you to do is reach into your wallet and pull me out a $5 note. I do hear some of you laughing, but we do need this note because Tallow doesn't know this person, and she may find it a little uncomfortable to fly to a complete stranger. For that reason, we've trained Tallow to recognise and fly to a common, everyday object, which happens to be that note. Now what I need you to do with that note is fold it in half. Fold it in half one more time. Now place it nice and loosely between two fingers and hold your arm nice and straight out to the side for me. Yep, just like that. Tallow should see that note and know exactly where to fly. I love this bird. Alright, does anybody over this side have a 20? No? Righto, well we'll get this note back up to you. If you could stand up for me. Yeah, but if you could stand up for me again, we will get it back to you. So if you place that arm out to the side. Actually, let's make it really easy on Tallow. Place both arms out. Now flap really hard, fly down and grab it. Just kidding, just the one arm. But this time with your palm facing upright like a little landing platform, Tallow's going to deliver that note via airmail. Once she places the note in the palm of your hands, place a few fingers around the note. And thank you very much. That's Tallow, my amazing yellow-tailed black cockatoo.
Oh, well done, Tallow. What a real cheer. Now it's time to meet some of Tallow's best mates.
Check out some of our gorgeous native Australian parrots. These cheeky birds are naturally very social in the wild, and as you can see, they love to show off and steal the spotlight. Our black cockatoos so gracefully fly, and they have a very distinct call. Keep your eyes and your ears open, as you might just to see these birds flying around the Sunshine Coast, as they're pretty common around here. But now, I would love to introduce you to the speed demons of the bird world. Our rainbow and red coloured Vikings! Lorikeets are equipped to stand a chance in the wild, as they are the food source for the fastest animal on the planet, the peregrine falcon. All the Australian natives, they rely on the bush for food and shelter. So no bush, no birds.
Exactly right. Worldwide habitat loss. That is still the #1 threat facing the survival of our gorgeous wildlife.
So let's make a difference today. Whoever you are, wherever you live, grow a native plant in your backyard, and sooner or later, you will end up with amazing animals, just like me, living in your place.
Well, please put your hands together for Jenna and our gorgeous Australian Zoo bring white birds. All right, Candy, let's leave this one thing to do, mate.
Let's do it.
Who wants to see the croc? Your crocodile is Mossman. Now, 260 million years ago, there were no mammals, there were no birds, there were dinosaurs. And right now, you're about to meet one of these living fossils, a link to those creatures from the past.
There are 27 species of crocodilian found all over the world, from alligators, gharials, caimans to the true croc. They are the planet's most perfect and unchanged predators.
They've survived challenges in areas where so many others have failed, but most impressive of all is Australia's apex predator, the animal that towers above all other species of reptile.
Now, the saltwater crocodile grows to be the largest, most aggressive species of crocodilian on the planet. And right now, you're about to witness for yourself exactly how they stalk, how they hunt, and how they strike.
Exactly right. Now, the perimeters, they are secure, and Mossy's on his way out. Steve actually designed the Crocoseum with crystal clear water to showcase the true art of the crocodile. Here to tell us all about it, we got Jez. They are well famous, so please make them feel welcome. It's the Australia Zoo Croc team.
Thanks everyone. Alright, we got Mossman on the way out today. 14 feet, 400 kilos, one of the most advanced attack predators on the planet. Today with Mossman's help, we're going to show you just how easy it is to live alongside the saltwater crocodile. Now, to get into trouble with a crocodile, you have to make a mistake. And that can be as simple as just standing way too close to the edge of the water. You can make an even bigger mistake and go down into the water, into the crocodile's home, into his territory. And it doesn't say much of my intelligence, but this is the beauty of the Crocoseum here, crystal clear water. The pond's designed, there's a shallow bank so I can get out quick, which is good. Mossman's slowly making his way out. Mossman's actually probably the largest crocodile we use here in the Crocoseum. Everything's done on Mossman time. But when you're 14 foot and 400 plus kilos, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I'm not really going to argue with him, but he's going to come out now, slowly making his way out. You notice when he comes out, he won't disturb the surface of the water. He's got a whole heap of lumps and bumps all over his back, called osteodermal plates. Now what they do, they have a few different roles, but they create currents in the water which create countercurrents which will actually cancel each other out. And they can move through very, very shallow water without disturbing the surface. So as long as their back is covered, it doesn't really matter how big the crocodile is. They can still move through very, very shallow water and sneak up with their prey. Now you have to keep in mind too that crocs don't live in crystal clear water like this. White mate, this is not a good place to be. right now. We might see some natural predation here. They live in deep, dark, murky water. That's that natural environment for the saltwater crocodile, because big, large predator. He doesn't want to be seen as aquatic ambush attack predator, and he wants to be unseen, so he lives in that dirty water. So right now, if this was that dirty water, I'd have absolutely no idea a large croc was only a few metres away. And as you can see, I'm tapping my feet on the bottom of the pond. Mossman's picking up on those vibrations. Now this is just how we locate prey, coming down to the edge of the water. Got a series of dense raw nerve endings that line his bottom jaw. They're called integumentary sense organs, vibration and pressure receptors. So he picks up on animals' footsteps coming down to the edge of the water. So right now, I don't even know whitey's right here. That's how sensitive they are. And by whitey, I mean the bird, not Stuart.
You should get deeper, mate.
He's just lurking and now he's starting to head in my direction. And out of all 27 different species of crocodilian found around the world, the saltwater crocodile is by far the most territorial. They don't like things mucking around their water. So now that he's heading over this way, we look to be a little bit upset at the moment. And that's enough, he's all yours. See you.
Gee, thanks, Jezza. Don't you move a muscle, Whitey. Come on, that's your muscle. Come on. Oh, come on, big fella. That's come. Not getting any closer. Come on. Give it up for Mossy, yeah, isn't he awesome? Alright, that was pretty slow for Mossy. He's in the middle of winter, so we can't give him that much heck about it. But when he really means business, he can strike out from the tip of his nose to the base of his tail, literally in the blink of an eye. There's not a single animal in the Aussie bush that could avoid that attack. Even whitebird would struggle, I tell you. Now, they'll strike out for two reasons. First one being food, and the second one being territory. These guys are fiercely territorial. There's nothing more that they hate than a silly zookeeper mucking around in their water. So who wants to see Jeremy do something dumb again and jump back in the water?
What? No, you won't do that.
Fair dinkum though, Jez. I reckon whitebirds got thicker legs than you. Alright, off you go.
So at Mossy's size here, he can take out pretty much any animal really. He'd be looking at larger prey items like pigs and dingoes, feral pigs. Whitebird would be taking a meal for him. At Mossman's size, he'd probably even take on something like a horse or a cow. What he waits for is those animals to literally come down, stick their nose in and take a drink. Don't you cut me off, you naughty crocodile. Mossy. Oh, good boy. Feel those teeth.
Why is that bird just hanging around? The bird's staying
Now,
close to it. It's like a
you
bubble.
have to appreciate the fact, in those jaws, on a crocodile Mossman's size, he would potentially have around 4,000 pounds per square inch floating jaw pressure, which is just a ridiculous amount of jaw pressure. So things like lions, tigers, great white sharks, they're around 400 up to about 1,000 pounds per square inch. No other animal on earth comes close to the jaw pressure of the saltwater crocodile. It basically means if Mossman was to grab me in mid-body today, even if he didn't have a single tooth in his mouth, he would crush me down to a couple of centimetres thick. I would blow it either end like a tube of toothpaste. Now that would make a great demonstration for you. Really wreck my weekend. So we're not going to do that. The crocs are dangerous in the water and at the water's edge. There is another area you can't come into conflict with the crocodile. That's in areas overhanging the water. Do yours, mate.
Thanks, Jez. A few people in the front row thought that was pretty funny. Just don't really care about you, do they? Anyway, moving on. So this is the tail walk. Now, by no means is this a circus trick that we've taught Mossy or any of our other crocs. This is a natural behaviour, something that's been ingrained in these guys since the time they were a little hatchling. Now, at that sort of size, they're about as big as this sausage. You know, about 16 centimetres long. And at that sort of size, they'll be striking out at things on the reeds like insects, frogs, little lizards. And they'll use this tail walk method all the way up to the size of mossmen and even bigger, where they're after those larger prey items, like your possums, bigger snakes and lizards. They absolutely love getting fruit bats out of trees as well when they're nesting a little bit too low over the river. Now he seems pretty keen to demonstrate this. We're going to try and get him out in the deeper water. Now he'll angle his head up and then he'll put that massive tail to work again. Oh, man. There's a perfectly good pair of underwear ruined. Wow. Okay, he's in real deep water now. I'm going to go straight into it. Oh, you are keen, Mossy. Yeah, give it up for Mossy. That's still the best tail walk he's ever done. That's awesome. Oop, no more. Now guys, the lesson there is if you're ever up in Northern Australia, you do have to be wary of that tail walking croc.
Exactly right. Now, croc territory doesn't start here on the sunny coast. Actually begins up in North Queensland, continues right up over the top of Australia, right over to Broome in Western Australia. The crocs, they prefer to reside in those warmer waters.
Alright, all we're going to do now is get Mossy out one more time, just to see how fast he can really go on his hard solid ground. Now some people tell you they can run as fast as a horse. If that's the case, well, Stewie's in a lot of trouble because I'm pretty sure I'm quicker than him, but we'll see what happens. Oh my god, come on. No, you can come out quicker than that. Come on. So while he's still in the water there, still potentially, come on. A couple of flicks of that tail and he can come right out real quick. But once he comes out, no, see ya.
Does somebody else want to go?
I do. Like I said, with your 14 foot and 400 kilos, you do whatever you want. And he's just carrying. Alright, see what we can do that. Oh, that got his attention. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
I don't think he's looking at a little bit of meat in my hand. He's looking at the big bit.
You nearly give him a pat, Jez.
I'm patting him. I'm looking at the size of those teeth, but you are a naughty crocodile. Bring him back over here. Mossman does like to play games with you. Right now, he's just playing that little game. It's called Come Closer. You can play it, but you do only get to play it once. Come on.
The fish is going over. Checking it out.
On we go. Well,
So Jez has got to be really careful here. While Mossy still has his whole tail in the water, he can literally strike past Jeremy right now if he wanted to, which is not ideal. Please don't do that, Mossman.
he's looking straight at my head right now. He definitely wants to be. Come on. Mossy, you can do better than that. He's just opening his mouth saying, please insert here. This is also a bit of a practice play. He's opening his mouth right now, showing me his big teeth. Place saying this is what you've got to deal with. Come on. Come here, Waddy. Come on. Alright. Okay. Ooh. Give it up for Mossman, he did try it, Dad. You can see how reluctant he is. That's because Mossman knows in the water is where he's dangerous. That's where he has the advantage. Out. Oh.
Boy's about to show you how it's done, Jess.
Boy's about to show me how it's done. Don't do it, buddy. Out on land though, he's very slow and very cumbersome. Like I mentioned earlier, 400 plus kilos. He's got 4 short stumpy little legs and a big massive tail, which is half his body length. When he comes out on land, he's got to drag that everywhere he goes. In the water though, that's a completely different story. He is absolutely dynamite. Bottom line is, staying safe from crocs is simple. All you have to do is stay 4 to 5 metres back from the edge of the water, not like Whitey right now. Now don't overhang the water like Stewie showed you earlier, and definitely don't go swimming with them, stay out of the water. You'll never come into conflict with a large male saltwater crocodile.
In Australia, the saltwater crocodile is our apex predator. They play a vital role in our ecosystems, making sure our waterways stay healthy and resilient.
And have a go at him. They really are the last living link to the dinosaur era. 260 million years in the making, and mate, you are now looking at a reptile that is so perfect, he hasn't had to change for the last 65 million years.
That's exactly right. Now, we don't expect you all to go away from here today loving crocs like we do, because, well, Jess and I, we get to work with them every single day, so we are a little bit fanatical. But if you guys can go away with a little bit more respect and appreciation for the important role that these guys play in our northern ecosystems, then that's all we can ask. Now, guys, pretty big announcement for you all. Just letting you know that in approximately a week's time, the team from Australia Zoo, in conjunction with the Irwin family and the University of Queensland, will be heading up to the Seaville Wildlife Reserve and conducting the 2018 annual Crocodile Research Trip. Now, this is a trip of a lifetime, but you guys can actually get involved. So we're going to play a little bit of a clip at the end of the demonstration, and on that clip you'll be able to see a link which you can follow the directions to see how you guys can be involved in this year's Crocodile Research Trip. With that all in mind, we'd like to thank you all for coming here today and helping us keep Steve's dream and this planet alive.
And now it's your turn, ladies and gentlemen. Get out there, live a little on the wild side, and always remember, crocs rule!
Have a great day.
Thank you very much.